Hi.
Thanks for coming.
That's okay.
So can you just tell me your full name first of all?
Is Abby Anson.
Okay. And what is your official title?
I'm a cognitive hypnotherapist.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that sounds very well, cognitive, I suppose. I don't know. What you tell me. So from an ignorance point of view, tell me exactly what it is in layman's terms that you do.
Okay. I tend to call it a talking therapy with dynamic techniques. So it's very much about trying to access the unconscious mind more quickly than you might through other counselling, psychotherapy type therapies, and allowing people to get to the roots of the problems, but it's also very solution focused. So it's looking at how you'd like to be and how I can help you get yourself there.
Okay. So what would your kind of typical customer be that would be seeking your help?
I see a lot of people for anxiety, depression. There's sort of fears, phobias, things like that you might more traditionally think of with hypnotherapy. But I say predominantly these days it's anxiety and depression. I also specialise in sleep and sort of resilience work which goes with anxiety. But sleep as well, a lot of people have difficulty sleeping, and there's often reasons why. Sometimes they're obvious, sometimes they're not. So being able to offer both sort of practical ideas as well as also work on the sort of the more unconscious and psychological side of things is really helpful.
Okay, so you've just touched obviously on the kind of mental health issues, I suppose, which is very apparent this day and age. From your experience, have you seen an upturn in difference in age ranges?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I've had clients. I have worked with children, so I work with children with mental health difficulties, and adults up to in their 80s. So it really is very broad. This can happen to anybody at any time in their life. You know, you can just have something happens in your life, something goes wrong, and you just need that little bit of extra help. So there is no age range, there is no gender, right? You know, it can be absolutely anybody. And I think my main philosophy I work to is that none of us are broken people, you know, and none of us are our issue. It can just feel like that when we're going through it. So I want to help people get back to, you know, a really good sense of their normality as quickly as possible.
Okay, so would you say, rather than there necessarily being a timescale for me to come and see you and I'll be cured in 4 weeks, for example, is it more about you giving me the tools to be able to manage what my situation is at that time?
It's a mixture. So that one of the key things is that it is completely sort of bespoke to the person that I'm seeing. So if we imagine just a simple phobia, spider phobia is quite common for people. You might see 5 people with a spider phobia, but they may all have got there through different routes. So the way that you would treat them could be different. The techniques I would use and the tools I would give them might be different. So it's very bespoke to the person sitting in front of you. And again, somebody's spider phobia may simply have arisen because when they were little, one of those really big saucer size ones ran across the room. For other people, it may be more complex. There may be other stuff going on that's attached itself to the spider phobia. And so you know, we spent some time working that out. So it's difficult to say. It is designed as what is termed a brief therapy. But that doesn't necessarily mean 1 or 2 sessions. What it means typically, I have tried to work out an average, and I would say on average I see people for say 6 to 7 sessions. Some people it might be shorter, some people it might be longer, but it's very much about what they need. It also tends to not have to be on a weekly basis. So once progress is being made, we may make appointments for 2 or 3 weeks in between, so that you can see how you've changed, really get used to being the kind of the new you and accepting that the fact you can now see a spider running across the floor is not an issue. So it's very much about tailoring it to the individual needs of the client that's in front of me.
From a qualifying point of view, to come to where you are now, what did that look like?
Okay, so I have a diploma, and it's called an HPD. It's a hypnotherapy practitioner's diploma, and so I took that with the Quest Institute, and that's the recognised diploma for hypnotherapists. Then I went on and did Master Practitioner with Quest, and that also involves NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, so I'm a Master Practitioner in NLP. And I also do a lot of ongoing training courses, keeping myself up to date. Cognitive hypnotherapy brings in a lot of different models of therapy, which is why I have such a wide range of techniques to help people. So I make sure that I keep up with new things that are coming out, new trainings, and just keep myself as up to date as possible.
Great. Okay. And how long have you been supporting the population of Hertfordshire?
I've been working out in natural health for 2 years now. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.